in a way. So all this, I try and put in context. I used to be an academic, so I try and put in a more general context what we're talking about. And I worked at the World Bank. I'm only saying that much money has gone towards development, many projects, especially in Africa, and yet we haven't seen the results that we would like. So development is not an easy thing to produce. There's no magical wand. And I wonder, we started off after World War II, which was mentioned by Mr. Manoli Kefaloyani and the nice shaping of Europe, with the idea that development comes from infrastructure. That was a theoretical wave. Bridges, dams, roads. Then we had the idea that we need to look at the trade balance and exports and the exchange rate. Remember how important the exchange rate was? Now we're in the euro. There used to be a period where all we looked at was the exchange rate to increase exports, imports. Greece had the drachma, 30 drachms for $1. Remember how that was. And then after that, we went to privatization, that the development urge will come from the incentive of releasing the forces. Those were words we used to use, releasing the forces of the private sector and supporting them and create the right environment for private sector. And then we went to something called governance. We still use that word, not so much anymore, governance. That means the quality. Why do we use that? Because so far those three other projects didn't really work. We didn't find the solution. So governance is the quality of managing the situation in a democratic way. So especially countries like Morocco, Algeria, places in third world, please improve your governance, we would say at the World Bank, because no matter how much money we give, for instance, some of the money I went to make the biggest mosque in North Africa, which is not a development project. It's a good symbol for the king, but not a development project. So that was a problem. And now, of course, we have the word sustainability, which is how to make viable economy. And within that context, but I want to come to something very important, we have regional policy and coherence, which of course was promoted by France and Mitterrand. I think the word coherence came in 1982, the idea of coherence, which means the inequalities that capitalism brings, we're trying to find a way to reduce them. And we do that by focusing on the regional inequalities. We could, of course, focus on inequalities of income, regardless of where they live, poor, rich. But we're focusing on regional, and there is something different in all these philosophies. What's the difference? That regional has the element of the human. Trade balance, exchange rate, there's no person there, it's numbers. Infrastructure, big. Regional comes down to the regional governors, to the mayors, and to the people who make development work. And that's why I believe that this is the approach to make development, not the other policies. You said before, the humans, and before, just before I came, I was at a Greek school. It's the 25th of March holiday, which is the independence from Turkey a long time ago. It's the celebration. So I had 4 of the younger students, and we were talking about development. I said, we're here for the cohesion. And of course, they told me the problems of Patras and all those things, but they said, what I really want, a young guy said, my vision of development, and he's 17, is we have all these tourists who come, they're older, and they want to live here. But we have nowhere to put them. There's no homes, and we could get the insurance from their pensions. So he says, can you do that? And I was thinking, you can do that. The idea is that you do that. You have the idea, and that's what the regional development means, that someone like Mr. Nautakis, Mr. Farmakis, who are very successful, there's no accident that they're very successful, make it happen because the individual takes over. And I think that's what the commissioner was saying, the importance of the human element in development. And I think the regional and cohesion puts emphasis on democracy. It gives us the ability to vote for the governors and the mayors in this case who make it happen. So in a sense, they're modern managers of the development process. Thank you very much.